ladies and gentlemen of the jury. How do you? I am your stenographer, Kaylane, and I'm just out here in these streets. I'm literally just going to the dollar store. It's my day off, honey, and I don't have any snacks. And like, what kind of world do we live in where I've eaten all my snacks and I forgot to grab some more last night before the day off, so I wouldn't have to waste no gas today? What kind of world is this? Anyway, girls, so I'm here to present y'all with the Queen's Court. So let's just jump on into it. I have a bone to pick with Mo''Neek. Mo''Neek, girl, I called you the other day and you did not answer my call, but you had time to call into the Queen's Court? Oh, no, ma'am. You better call your niece back. The nerve. Anyway, girl, I know it was Sydney. Sydney told Monique not to call me back. That's fine. That is fine. But Sydney handed Monique her phone long enough for her to call into the Queen's Court and give her, "Hey, my loves." You know I hate that, "Hey, my loves." I hate it, but I love it. Every time I hear it, I scream. Anyway, girl, so she called in and told the girls she wanted them to boycott. And all in all, niece, they said exactly what I said. And if you haven't seen what I said, I'm going to post it. It's going to be all up in the here region when I get some time, girl, because you know me. But anyway, child, well, I'm off today, so it shouldn't take me too long to get that up. But basically, girl, they said, ain't nobody finna boycott Netflix for you, niece. Should have took that $500,000, flipped it, like exactly what I said. Kaya said exactly what I said. Took that $500,000, flipped it 3 times and made $2 million. I said the various, samest thing. The same. Because, girl, it just feels so good to be in alignment. The collective consciousness. Collective consciousness. I did too much with that one. Was together for that one because, girl, they said the exact same thing to you that I said. So you could have really just called me back. You could have called me back, but you had time to call the Queen's Court. Okay, girl. And also, Kaya mentioned, girl, put some of that tinted edge control on your edges. We tired of that ponytail with them gray. We tired. And then they briefly brought up the very same thing I said. They briefly brought up Wanda Sykes and her white wife. I felt so girl, I'm naked. I didn't left my rings at the house. I felt so in tune with Kaya and TS in that moment. Cause I'm like, y'all said the same thing I said. Excuse me. And again, if you haven't seen the video, it's going to be somewhere in the description, it'll be there. 50 Cent has been brought up on charges of manslaughtering everybody. Ja Rule and P. Diddy. I don't care nothing about that. But TS has sentenced them to coming over to the chateau, stripping down in the backyard, and whoever has the longest piece wins that round. And then she mentioned how she wanted to see P. Diddy lying flat on his stomach. And what's his face? Ja Rule on one side and 50 Cent on the other. Offset has been brought up on charges for verbally slandering queers while looking like one. Again, exact same thing I said. That collective consciousness, I'm telling you, we was right here. All in all, they let him go, but they read his apology. As far as the apology, because, girl, Offset, niece, you look so zesty. All of the Migos girls look so zesty. That I'm like, you couldn't possibly have a problem with homosexuals because, girl, you dress like them. But Offset, he did this whole big apology where he was saying he looked up the definition of queer and it meant, strange or whatever, which queer does mean strange. But you cannot tell me in 2017 or 18 you looked up the definition of queer and gay folks didn't pop up. You can't say, I just don't believe it. So anyway, girl, he did this whole big apology. And my favorite thing about his apology was at the end, he said, "I'm offended that you were offended. I stole it and I will be using it from now. I'm offended that you're offended." And then we had this long girl deposition with Tia Kemp, who apparently is Rick Ross's baby mama. She was there. She came in on Skype, girl, and all in all, they talked for like 15 minutes, girl. I couldn't be bothered to pay attention to all that. I was reading some YouTube comments and texting girls back. But all in all, it came down to call your son. Call your son. Rick Ross, call your son. And then T.S. Madison took my job as stenographer because she done got out here with the typewriter. And I said, well, now that's my job. I'm taking the minutes. I'm taking the notes. I was really hurt. Deeply sad. And I was like, do I need to? I thought I was fine just stenogging on my phone. Do I need an old school typewriter? My job is in jeopardy. Donald Trump, girl, he was brought up on sexual foolishness. I zoned out on that too. He's been sentenced to 4 years, either in space or underwater or in the jungle. Everybody was just calling out stuff. He's 4 years of something. Kodak Black was sentenced to, he actually is in jail. So he was brought up on actual charges. Endangerment and grand theft of a firearm and child neglect, Jesus. And they was trying the case, but then the Lord had done failed, Jesus. And T.S. had to say, no. See, Kodak disagrees with my spirit. He does. Kodak, XXX Tentacion, or however. And, there was one more that just disagreed. Oh, Kevin Gates. My spirit be like, I don't. No, it's a no from me. That's what my spirit says. Every time they pop up, my spirit be like, it's a no. It's a no. And my spirit halfway don't like Lil Uzi Vert, but my person does. I love Lil Uzi Vert as just like a happy-go-lucky little boy, but that devil worshiping thing, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's on my nerves. And my spirit's like, it's a no from me. It's a no. Why my spirit sound like that? I have to talk to I'm gonna give my spirit a lozenge while I'm in here at this dollar store. WeTV versus Toyota Corolla and Resume Carter. Toya and Reginae. They wanted to know, are they working? Are they working? So anyway, girl, let me get on to tell you what done happened if you missed it. Toya, for some reason, feels like WeTV set her daughter up to look like a brat. Toya says that they edited the show to make Reginae look like a brat. Now, I understand that there are untrained eyes watching TV. But as somebody, my mama has worked all my life in radio, TV, and film. I have been on television myself. I've been on the radio myself. I haven't been on film yet, but I've done commercials. And someone who edits clips together for fun, for foolery. You can look at, I watched Growing Up Hip Hop for the first time the other day, and I could see what was edited and what was not. Also, your daughter Toya would have had to give the editor something to edit. They cannot edit a stank attitude on her. They can't. They can put the stank attitude in different places, but they cannot edit her to have a stank attitude. As somebody who sometimes has a stank attitude, I'm very self-aware. I know my attitude be trying it sometimes. I know that. Why y'all don't know that? And furthermore, WeTV did not record you calling out Kaya and then Reginae popping up in the background calling out Kaya as well, talking about we're working. Because, girl, that was not their job. That was you. You presented us with we're working. Because, girl, your daughter's out of control. In that video, you telling Reginae to stop, move, calm down, get out the grown folks' business, and she's steady working. So, your daughter is a spoiled brat. She is uncontrollable. She is somebody who does not listen to their mother at the in the first instance. Because if I would have, first of all, I've told y'all, I would have never jumped in my mama's grown folks' conversation. Would have never. Never. I said that. I'm going to try to remember to put the video up in here somewhere. But also, if I did for some reason jump into my mom's conversation and she said, stop, girl, move, calm down, get on out, move, I would have stopped, moved, calm down, and got on out the way. What are you talking about? Your daughter is spoiled. Duh. Admit it, accept it. It's over now. She grown-ish. And try to raise this other baby not to be like that. No disrespect, but she disrespectful. Moving along. Coco has been brought up on misappropriation of black funds, and we need an ancestry DNA test. Apparently, Coco says she paved the way, and I didn't want to talk about this when I first heard it because it was stupid, but Coco says she paved the way for curvy models. Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, and the like. Coco, why didn't you just say, I paved the way for plastic surgery? Why you just didn't say that? Because we would have been like, maybe so. Yeah, that sounds about right. But you curving the way for, what's the word? Carving the way for curvy girls. You ain't carving no way for me, niece, and I'm hourglass. I'm shapely. I know y'all can't see it because I be sitting in this car, but I have hefty, oh, they're not really all that hefty. I have a medium to large size breast and large hips. But Coco did not, she didn't carve that out for me. My mama did. So I don't understand. And my daddy's side of the family, because my mom ain't got nobody's titties. But she's got hips in behind, and I didn't get the behind. And it's like, girl, what am I doing with these hips without nothing back there? I look like a piece of cardboard. What's going on? Anyway, the ancestors came by. Kaya brought the ancestor, Olivia. She looked like a slave doll, honey. And the ancestor read her down, boots and all of that. And then they asked they were going to let the ancestor sentence Coco. And the ancestor told TS, and I screamed, death. I hollered. It caught me so off guard, Jesus. But the ancestor has sentenced Coco to death. Omarosa, I hadn't heard this actually, but apparently, allegedly, Omarosa has said she's been sleeping with the president. I would never tell nobody that. I'm having a hard time calling this man the president. It made my scalp start itching. But, she said she done had a sexual relationship with this man. That's something I would take to my grave. That's something I would, even if I did, which, girl, I would never. But if I did, and somehow I came out with a Donald Trump looking baby, I would still deny it. I would still deny it. Check or not. If he was offering to give me $1 million a week and pay in child support, I still would deny it. I don't want nobody. You see how my voice gave up? My voice said, girl, we can't even talk about this. My voice said, we will not discuss sleeping in the bed with Donald Trump. My voice said, shut up. And so I'm going to move on. Because, child. But anyway, they gave Omarosa a bunch of some water wings and snorkels and all of these things because, girl, she's going to come up under the water. All this talking and carrying on she's doing. Fantasia Sharpton, girl. We did Fantasia way back, honey. I'm not even gonna find the video to put it up here, but it's in my my Rambling Reports playlist. If you can drudge through them 60, 70 videos, then you are welcome to find it. But I'm not gonna look it up. But I talked about Fantasia a while back, and I'm sorry, I cannot say Fantasia or Fantasia without thinking about that episode of Got to Be Real when Patty LaHale, I think it was Patty LaHale voicing Iyanla, and Fantasia. And Fantasia had something to say. She came to address her grievances with the ladies. And Iyanla said, speak, Fantasia. And Dionne Warwick said, Fanta. I don't like no damn Fanta. They go flat too quick. Oh, you said Fantasia. Same thing. Patty LaHale. If you've never seen Got to Be Real, girl, what are you doing with your life? You need to carve out a day, 2 days, and sit there and get your life. Okay, get your life. Just type into the YouTube search bar, GOT space, the number 2 space, the letter B space, real. Hilarious. Anyway, girl. Fantasia said something about Charlamagne, girl. I don't care. Anika Noni Rose and Simone Biles. Let me get Simone Biles out the way. Simone Biles said she too was molested by that coach. You know, I put Gabby Douglas up for, and she's still sitting there. She's up for review for cancellation because she talked all that crazy mess about the first girl that came out about the coach. And then immediately, a week later or so, came back and said, I also was molested by this coach. So Gabby she's up for review. I didn't want to cancel her because, girl, she was going through something. But talking about how that woman dressed and all of that. So Simone Biles has said that she also was sexually, I don't know if it was the same coach or not, but she was also sexually assaulted by a coach or something like that. Now, Anika Noni Rose, y'all know Anika Noni Rose can do no wrong with me. I don't know if you knew that, but you know now. I literally started this particular YouTube channel because I had another one. I started this YouTube channel to review the quad because I knew I was going to like it. I knew it was going to be everything because Anika Noni Rose was a part of it. I sit around and mind my business all the time. And all of a sudden in my head pops, yeah, well, it's between me too. I'm as much a part of this group as anybody else, and I'm tired. I'm tired. And all of that. L'Oreal loves Jimmy. You know, nothing Anika can do is wrong to me. But I'm trying to figure out, because they presented me with this case. This is something I had never heard. Anika Noni Rose said she was sexually assaulted on a plane the other day. And she ain't said nothing to nobody. On a plane, and you didn't swang, you didn't call the attendants to move your seat. Now, I know everybody processes these things differently, but you were saying, I did not hear what she had to say. I'm gonna go find an interview and then I'll come back to y'all. But that was strange to me. But Anika Noni Rose, honestly, as much as I love her, as much as I love her work and her character and her personality, she does seem a little strange to me. I be looking at her on Instagram and I'm like, okay, love her down, but it's a little strange. But I'm strange. So, Mariah Malfunctioning Earpiece, Whistle While You Twerk, a bunch of other names that I couldn't catch carry, is being sued for $3 million for canceling a date because they did not have a sound check. I think Mariah needs to have all of her sound checks. I would rather Mariah have a sound check and come to the function checked than anything else. So she paid him $3 million and go on about her day. Laura Gavon has a $21,000 lawsuit up against her for unpaid rent and the like. That don't make sense to me because Laura has said that she got money, and whatever her ex-husband, Gilbert Arenas, has said that she's siphoning money from all these niggas. So if you got all this money, he giving you child support, you getting money from other niggas, yada, blah, 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 why is you not paying your rent? Gavon. Do we need to call Iyanla back? Because Iyanla did not fix your life. She didn't. She didn't fix nobody's life that whole season, though. Kelly Rowland's baby. They swabbing Kelly, they swabbing Jay-Z, they swabbing Matthew, and they swabbing the baby. To see why, what's the boy's name? Tiger? Why little TT look just like Blue Ivy. Now, I've been saying it for years and years. Well, as many years as the boy's been alive. Since the first pictures of Tyson came out, I was like, oh, he looks a lot like Blue Ivy. He looks a lot like Jules, Solange's son. He got them features. And then I said, well, that's probably because that's Matthew's daughter. That makes sense, don't it? But, yeah, I do believe that Kelly Rowland is Beyonce's biological sister. And Kaya said the same thing. And then, girl, Monique called again. So, Monique, you can't answer my phone calls. You can't call me back. Y'all sending me straight to voicemail, but you can call the Queen's Court twice. With that, hey, my loves. Twice. Girl, the nerve. The gall. The unmitigated gall. The audacity to not call me back. I'm your niece. I love you. I care about you. Anyway, girl, so... and then in the comments, I was looking at the comments, girl, the people done put Kaya on the docket. They said she wasn't as entertaining this week. I didn't notice a big difference this week. She was letting TS take the lead on this a lot. But TS is funny too. So I'm like, okay, maybe they gonna alternate. Maybe they gonna, every other week or so, or every couple weeks, let TS have, the bulk of the conversation and all of that. People in the comments were like, did they have a fight? Looked like there's tension, this, that, and the other. I didn't sense any tension. I just thought that, they decided to let TS take the lead on it. It's like over on random TV reviews. Sometimes Lynette is like, okay, Stanley's gonna do this this review, yada, yada, yada. And then Stanley takes the lead. And it's still funny. I still enjoy it, that kind of thing. So I didn't really see tension. But y'all put down in the comments if y'all thought it was tense, if y'all thought Kaya wasn't as funny this week. I think she was okay. She wasn't, I wasn't, peeing on myself laughing, but it was still a good show. I enjoyed it. Anyway, child, like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTube will say, and I will catch y'all in something, honey. I got to watch Love and Hip Hop and catch up on that and all of that. So I'll catch y'all. Peace.